If you understand sparkling water, then you understand how to heal your panic attacks. A sparkling water is just a water which is excited. If you can excite your heart with all the emotions of joy, of gratitude, of empowerment, of confidence, then you can heal your panic attacks. Right now, your heart is closed, it is not excited, but if you can just excite it with a lot of elevated emotions, then be ready, because panic attacks and anxiety are never going to attack you ever again. So, if you want to see yourself as a relaxed, happy, calm, joyful, confident person, if you want your friends and families to stop worrying about you, if you want your enemies and competitors and your ex girlfriend or your ex boyfriend to be jealous about how you're so thriving in your life and to regret that they ever messed with you, then listen to me. This universe, this physical world that you can perceive through your five senses, all of this, is actually immaterial. The universe is completely mental and it is spiritual. The world that you can see, the your personal reality is just an extension of your own mind. So if you can change your own mind, if you can change your own state of consciousness, then your personal reality must change. Right now, if you have a lot of tragedy in your life, then rest assured your state of consciousness is in a very low level. If you can just change your state of consciousness, if you can upgrade your state of consciousness, then all of those tragedies will just fall off your shoulders. Your panic attacks will go away, your anxiety will go away, and you are going to be surrounded with wonderful events, wonderful circumstances, wonderful situations, and your life is just going to be amazing simply because you were able to upgrade your state of consciousness. Now, there are three ways to excite your heart. There are three ways to upgrade your state of consciousness. There are three ways of make your life of making your life sparkle. The three ways, the three steps. Don't think that it is three ways, because it is only three steps. The first step is relaxation. You need to be able to relax your body completely while keeping your mind completely awake. You don't sleep, because sleeping means your body is relaxed and your mind is also completely gone. But if you're able to make your body sleepy but your mind is awake, then huge possibility of change is possible, because at that moment your brain is producing alpha waves and theta waves, and your brain is very suggestible to your own information. So what you're going to do is learn how to relax. There are so many different ways of relaxation, but I recommend you to chant Om, A-U-M, Om. Om chanting is a yogic method of relaxation. It stimulates your vagus nerve, it stimulates your parasympathetic nervous system, and puts you at such relaxation that you are naturally going to be able to perform a deeper state of meditation. I have also personally known people who have healed their panic attacks by simply chanting Om for 20 minutes a day, two times a day for 3 months. They didn't even need to do the other steps. They simply chanted Om. Some people are lucky, but hey, don't bet your life on luck. Do this three-step process and you are guaranteed success, because we all are creators of our life. We're not the victim of our life. We do not have to be the victim of our genetics. We do not have to be the victim of our environment, because we are all creators. We are all made in the image of God. The Upanishads say that you are the source of creation. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the source of creation. But right now, your attention span is like that of a goldfish. You cannot hold your attention on a particular mental imagery for an extended period of time. And unless you can do that, your life is not going to change. So, in order to upgrade your life, your attention span need to be properly trained. You have to be able to keep your attention at the present moment at a particular mental imagery for an extended period of time. Our modern generation has TikToks, Instagram reels, YouTube shorts, drugs, alcohols, and everywhere our attention is being snatched away from us. So be very mindful of what you are paying attention to. Do this three-step process every day after you wake up and before going to sleep, and every time you have free time, do this three-step process, and naturally you're going to upgrade your attention span. And when you can keep your attention on a particular mental imagery for an extended period of time, be ready, because at that moment, at that very moment, your life is going to change. You can change your life overnight if your attention span is fixed, if your attention span is long enough. So what you're going to do after you completely relax your body by chanting Om. By the way, I have a video on how to chant Om correctly, 20 minutes video. You can chant along with me. It's a 20 minutes video, check that out. So when you have chanted Om for about 20 minutes, you're going to notice that you are very relaxed. You are able to visualize. Now suddenly mental images are coming to you. Even though you cannot ever imagine, suddenly your brain can think in pictures. Now what you're going to do is you start to visualize a scenario where you are already the man or the woman that you want to become, and you are already doing the things that you want to do. You want to become a calm, happy, relaxed, joyful version of yourself. Start to imagine that you're already that type of person. What are the things that you're going to do now that you have already become that person? Start to visualize that. Are you going to walk differently? Start to visualize that. Are you going to talk to people differently? Start to visualize that. Are you going to go to new places that you currently have been avoiding? Start to visualize that. Are you going to tell your friends and family, hey, guys, you don't have to worry about me anymore. I'm completely healed. Start to visualize that. Are your friends and family members going to compliment you on how you have changed, on how you have become so peaceful, on how your life, on how your outlook on life has completely changed? Start to visualize that. Provide all the sensory modalities in your imaginary act. Start to drink coffee in your imaginary act. Start to smell the coffee in your imaginary act, because right now maybe you're avoiding stimulating agents like all people who are infected with mental pain do. They avoid stimulating agents. Start to date people in your imaginary act, because right now maybe you cannot date people. Start to touch their hair, start to smell their perfume, start to kiss them. Provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary act, the things that you can see, the things that you can hear, the wonderful things that you can smell, the wonderful things that you can taste, the wonderful things that you can touch. The more you provide sensory vividness to your imaginary act, the real it is going to seem to your mind. Your mind actually cannot differentiate between what an imagined act and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world. Use this property of your mind to your advantage. When you provide all the sensory vividness to your imaginary act, your brain starts to create neural networks. These neural networks are going to reflect like that imagined experience has already happened to you. How cool is that? Use this property of your brain to your advantage, please. Now, the third step is you immerse yourself into your imaginary act so much in third person. You do not imagine as if you're watching a movie. You actually act in your imaginary scenario. You actually put yourself in the imaginary scenario. You do all of the things in your imaginary scenario. Provide all the sensory vividness in your imaginary scenario, and mentally rehearse your imaginary act over and over and over again. When you mentally rehearse your imaginary scene enough times, the neural network that was formed start to become permanent and hard and set. Now that neural network is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. Now suddenly those chemicals are going to create feelings that are equivalent to your imagination. Now you're going to feel grateful, empowered, joyful, because of course you are the person that you wanted to become, and you're doing the things that you've wanted to do. Of course you're going to feel all of these wonderful emotions. Now your job is to sustain these elevated emotions. Everybody can do that, because right now you're sustaining bad emotions. Right now all you feel is anxiety and panic attacks, because you are really good. You have become really good at practicing those emotions. So start showing up every day, start doing these practices every day, and in no time you are going to be able to sustain these elevated emotions for an extended period of time. Now be ready, because these emotions are going to breathe life into your imaginary act. Now suddenly imagination becomes reality. This is the changeless law upon which everything in this world depends. If you can just make your imagination powerful by providing sensory vividness to it and embrace the emotions of that imaginary act, it becomes reality. It takes the physical form in your external reality. It's such an amazing thing to experience. I experienced this during COVID in 2021, and I want to help you overcome your anxiety and panic attacks. So, I have made a ton of videos on how to do it. But if you still cannot feel like you can do it alone, then I have online one-to-one coaching. So message me on my Gmail or my Viber or my Telegram or my WhatsApp, and then we can get started right away. Remember, sky's the limit. Once you truly know how to meditate correctly, once you truly know how to imagine correctly, once you truly know how to feel the emotions of your imagination correctly. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.